This is a live update on my fish room. There she is. There's longfin Mako right there. This is my new 29-gallon tank. It's about a month old now. It's got some guppies, a few zebra loaches, or some of them are yo-yo, some of them are zebras. There's the longfin. He's up on top there. This is a new setup here. I got this new stand in here. It's about 6 feet long. It holds 220s on the bottom now, 220 longs on the bottom there, then this 29-gallon up top here, and these two Marineland contours and a 5-gallon tank. So it's this is inside my 6x8 foot harbor greenhouse that I've turned into a fish room instead of using it as a greenhouse. I've always used it as mostly storing winter lilies and stuff, water lilies and stuff like that, and of course the turtles. But now it's mainly going to be a fish room. So here we have this tank here, and here is that pleco. There's a couple miniature picus in there, and there's a upside down catfish. He's running around there somewhere. These guys really come out a lot. I'm surprised how much they come out a lot. There's a ton of Mopani wood in here, so there's a lot of tannins in the water. But actually, I kind of like this look, and it doesn't get much back. There's little Otto. It doesn't get much worse than this, because I do run the Purigen on it that cleans up and takes the color out of the water. Here's my guppy breeding. I do a lot of guppy breeding. Most of my tanks are filled with guppies, and this is my shrimp tank here. Got a few pregnant shrimp in there now, about ready to give birth. That's only been set up for a few months. I haven't really gone very far with that. And down here is the mud puppy tank. And these are my mud puppies. There goes, that's Muddy there. Normally, there's Buddy over here. Buddy's over here, Muddy's over there. These guys grew up together. Got these at Petland. They had them on clearance for 10 bucks, so they sat in there for months. Nobody would buy them. They don't understand that. These are great fish, but I ended up getting 2 of them for 10 bucks. Couldn't be happier. Oh, lights just went off on the timer. Let me turn that back on. There we go. Sorry about that. Scheduled to go off at 10, but these guys get along great. They lay together most of the time, sitting side by side. Never seen them fight or anything. They're absolute pigs when it comes to eating, but this is their new setup. This is brackish water. Keep them in brackish water, but I went to an undergravel filter with this, and using a power head on the undergravel filter on this side and just air on the fouling side. And I just love this setup. It is working well. It keeps this water crystal clear most of the time. So their other tank was always kind of dirty. Supposedly they can take some dirty water, but wasn't great for viewing them. And so, well, they were always sitting up on rocks or something. But this is like really doing well, just like this. I couldn't ask for more. I think I'm going to convert a lot of my tanks back to the old technology of undergravel filters here. I'm running a combination of, some of these have filters, regular foam filters. This one's got a foam filter and a big Penguin 400 on it, Emperor 400. These got their own internal filtering system. There's foam in here. Now that little tank back there, that's a 3-gallon, it's about half filled. That's where I keep the baby guppies at when they first hatch out. And keep them in there for a couple months till I see what they kind of look like, and then move them into either breeding tanks or just throw them in these big vats here. These 20-gallon vats here have quite a few of them. They have my lilies that are going to go out in the ponds in the summer, and they have a lot of guppies in there. And so is this one here. Yeah, some of the guppies have escaped in here. This is my turtle tank. And let me get the lights back on this side. Over here. So over here, this is the 110-gallon turtle tank. Well, minus, it's got a 20-gallon vat sitting in there, but Brutus is in here. My turtle, I've had him for about 5 years here. He's went for a nap because the lights went out, so he went down to the bottom to sleep. But there's some guppies that escaped out there, and he don't seem to be bothering them any. So this is my quarantine tank here. Currently there's 5 calico plecos in there that I just got about 3 weeks ago, and they're doing real well. Really like them. I'm going to try to breed them with the longfin over here. Up here is, this tank gets a lot of sun. It's right where at the light end of the greenhouse, and this is the southern window right here. But this is my leopard guppy collection here. These guys are all pretty much just all leopard guppies, and some of them have some red in their tails, like this guy here. If you come back up to the front here, if you think I'm going to feed them, they'll come back up. But getting some babies off of these guys. They're all, and everybody's breeding true to form pretty much. So I'll probably start selling them, especially the red tail ones they're leopard with red tails. So it's a unique combination right there. There's one of the males right there. You can see his leopard body and red tail. There. And we come over this side. These are some more guppy breeding tanks over here. This one here has some of these tanks have betas in them also. This one has, there's George, my beta right there. George loves this tank right there. He gets along great with the guppies. And down here, this is a blue guppy connection, and there's a green beta. This is Ruby, the green beta, or excuse me, red beta, but I had to bring her in this tank here. She was over in this lower 20-gallon tank, which I'll show you in a minute, that has the birchers and the red shark in it. And the red shark was just picking on her, so I had to pick her out of there and treating her with some medicine to get her fins back right. She seems to be doing okay now. And this is my yellow guppies here. These are my big yellows. They're doing real good down here. I've been fishing out babies and putting them over there. And over on this side we have, this is a miscellaneous tank here. This is a 40-gallon breeder, and these kois, as you can see here, this big koi right here, I just put these guys in here this fall. There's him and a black one and just a regular old goldfish, a comet goldfish, red and white one, but figured they could stay in there for a year or so. Well, he was like 3 inches when I got him this fall. Now look at him, he's huge. So I really hate to put these guys out in the pond because they really like their house here. They just have a good time in there, and they play. They're really happy, but I know as fast as they're growing, they only got a couple more months in here. I'll have to put them out here sometime this summer. That's the black one that went by there. And there's 13 emerald bronze, some call them emerald, some call them bronze cories in this one. A nice big family of them there. And this is my other 40-gallon tank up here. This has got all my angelfish in it, my koi angelfish, and it's got 6 zebras and yo-yo loaches in there, and there's also a rubber lip pleco in there. He disappeared for 6 months at one time. Didn't see him for 6 months. I thought, oh, for sure he was gone, dead, but he showed up about a month or two ago, and now he's out all the time. So I don't know what his deal was, why he was gone for so long, and then decided to show back up. But this is this tank's got UV filter light on it. And this is actually the only tank in here that I heat during the summer. During the winter, these tanks, this room stays about, I've put this insulation up on all the walls here, and I'm not done, but in the outside, got on the outside top, it's got foam insulation on top of those big sheets of foam up there, and a covering. I'm going to put a steel covering over it, but it stays about 76 degrees in here, even on the coldest nights.